What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm MoedotJ. We are locked in. This is All American episode 9, the recap. Now, we had a little spring break, but the last thing we remember is Liv, the alcoholic, then wrecked the car and told Spencer to take the charge. No. But before we get into all that, gotta do the YouTube stuff. Shout out to the notification gang. If you're new to the channel, you want to be a part of this, hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Hit the like button. We on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Now, she wanted him to take the charge. She didn't gave up pills. She didn't gave up smoking. But she's over here drinking, talking about Spence. Please take the charge. Your parents are rich. Hell to the no. I got to make sure Crenshaw is straight. Y'all know how Spence is, but I'm not going to hold y'all up. Let's jump into it. This is episode 9. All American, they don't hold back. They start us off right where we left off. They did the old goofy, let's hold hands. We're so in love with each other. And Spencer talking about, pull over, Liv. I got to get this kiss out the way, man. I've been waiting on this all night. Liv, hold on. Boo. Damn, Liv. Now, they just wrecked, so both of them are like, are you all right? Are you all right? If I'm Spencer, I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. Are you going to be all right? Because the laws, they coming, and they about to get on your ass, because I ain't have nothing to do with this. I'm just a passenger. You been drinking. Yeah, this one's on you, and good luck. Now, Spencer, he's just like, all right, cool, we're good. So, all right, we should be straight. And she tells him you're going to have to switch me seats right now. We can't be talking. I know you got a lot of questions, but we got to switch seats. I'm not going to be able to pass the field sobriety test. And Spencer's like, wait, you're drunk right now? She hops up out the car and runs around it trying to say, hey, please switch me. Man, the hell with that. Spencer, do not take this for her. Fellas, do not throw yourself away for a girl you like. Now, yes, just a minor traffic ticket, but this is still a moving violation on you. This is going to follow you for a while, and don't do it. Do not do it. Now, before the cops even pull up, they both standing out there with their hands up. Spencer already has his ID out because he doesn't want to have to reach for anything when the boys come and talk to you. That is a good thing to do. Have everything out in your hands in a position where they can see you. Now, when the cop gets there, he's like, whose car is this? Who's driving? And Spencer ain't really saying nothing. He just sitting there like, oh, shit, here we go. Because you looking at him, you got the light-skinned girl, you got a black guy. Yeah, black guy, you was up to no good. Now, they don't answer, but Liv is like, I'm going to get the registration. And the cop tells her, don't move. Don't ever move without them asking you. Don't reach for anything without them asking you to do it. It's just it's the world we live in. But before Liv can say anything, the passenger cop, she gets out and she's like, this car is registered to D.A. Baker. And the cop is like, oh, man, the DA. So you don't want anything to do with the DA because you know this attorney is going to be able to press charges on you. She's going to be able to make it a hard time for you at the police station or wherever you work at because the DA is the DA, the district attorney. And they're like, OK, you need to call your mom, make sure, let her know you're all right. And we'll get you a tow truck. See, that's why I told Spencer don't take it. She has a powerful mom and a powerful dad. Do not take that. Let her family deal with that nonsense. Now they get to the house and Miss Baker doesn't know what's going on. All she knows is the 2 kids are safe. She gets them to the house. Hey, Spencer, you sure you don't need me to take you home? He's like, nah, my mom's already on the way. So she's just like, all right, well, make sure you're here tomorrow for the family dinner. And don't say that you have football because Billy will be here. And that is your coach. So she doesn't know anything that's going on. All she knows is the kids are good. And that's the big thing. As a parent, all I got to do is make sure the kids are good. The insurance will handle the car and stuff in the morning. It's no big deal. Spencer, being the concerned guy that he is, he asks Liv, like, you're not going to tell your mom what happened? And she's like, for what? If I tell my mom I've been drinking, she's going to think I relapsed. It was only a couple sips. Nah, it was more than a couple sips if you were driving like that. But Spencer says, look, you did relapse. Are you going to call your sponsor at least? And Liv is sitting there with her arms crossed. Yeah, I'm going to call her. Man, Spence. Now, I ain't wanting to be no snitch, but you need to tell her mom, like, hey, this girl's alcoholic. Y'all going to have to look after her or something because she ain't going to do nothing. She ain't going to call that sponsor. She's going to get back on that bottle and keep it moving. But to get Spence to believe her, she gives him a kiss like, I'm going to call her. Coop and Layla, they're listening to some music. Layla's dropping Coop off, and she's listening to some music talking about, yeah, we got to smooth the bridge out. I want this to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Layla's like, all right, I'll get that done before your next studio session. Then she said, oh, well, I got therapy tomorrow, so let's make it in the afternoon. So Coop is like, all right, cool, but this song is nowhere near perfect. I want it to be perfect so my mom can believe that I can do this music, and I can leave school. First of all, your mom doesn't have a musical ear, so she's not going to be able to tell the difference between the bridge being smoothed out or mixed and mastered than what you already have. But Layla's like, all right, cool, but don't be too focused on this one song. We have a whole album. You can't just be worried about this one song, Coop. Now, I tell you, these kids have more problems than a little bit. I'm talking about they on the phone going back and forth. Spencer was working out. He was thinking about it. Wait a minute. It hasn't just been a 1 or 2 sips. She been having that water bottle all summer getting lit. Every time I seen her, she taking a sip of that damn water bottle. So he catches Liv up and she's on the line and she's talking about, Spencer, you can't tell nobody this, man. You don't know what I've been going through. And Spencer's like, man, look, you got by the end of the night to tell your family, or I'm gonna have to tell them because you were too far gone. And Liv is still on the other line telling Spencer, you don't understand what I'm going through. You don't understand nothing about the drugs because you weren't an addict. Yeah, well, you were an addict and right now you're addicted to alcohol. So you need some help. So Spencer is doing the right thing. You can't just sit back because if you let an addict tell you they're going to do something, when's the last time you could trust a drug or an alcohol addict to do something? You can't. Now, every time you see Billy, he's walking around the school. He ain't doing nothing. Where the hell is Spencer at? I need to talk to Spencer. He sees Spencer, and the first thing he does is check on him. How were you from that wreck last night? Spencer's like, all right, I'm cool. He's like, all right, good. Well, we're having football tryouts for the kicker because y'all know we got a kicker problem, even though they ain't been losing no games by just 3 points. And he's like, Spencer, I need you to come by. Billy, you were the coach. Spencer ain't got to be at every damn thing. You the coach. Do some coaching. Spencer starts telling Coach, look, I got a lot of stuff to do. I got my last session of therapy. I got to go do a tutoring with the boys to make sure everybody's grades are up. And you just told me the scout from UCLA has resigned. I don't have any offers on the table. But Billy tells him there's still a couple more games. We got the homecoming game coming up, and we really got to get this kicker. But if you get this kicker, they're going to have to go through a physical. It's going to be 2 weeks before they can actually play. It's just the law, man. So, Billy, you're cutting it very, very close. But he's still trying to encourage Spencer that, hey, look, I'm going to get you a college. Just work with me. Asher shows up. When he walks up on Liv, she's looking in the locker, and there's a bottle in there. There's an empty water bottle. Well, it's a clear water bottle, my bad, with some kind of liquor in it. And you know it's liquor because you ain't leaving no warm water in there. But liquor, you can drink that thing warm. But these kids are in high school. They don't even be doing any drinking. Asher comes and he just wants to make sure she's good, and she starts to bring up, I'm sorry about what happened over the summer. Look, you're in a relationship with Spencer now. Don't even bring that up. Asher just seeing if you was all right, and he's like, look, you know what? Don't bother me. I'm just going to go ahead and go to class. Jordan and Simone are newlyweds. They're sitting here and they're joking about some TV show they watch and how Jordan was crying all over it. But Jordan being Jordan, he's a kind-hearted guy. I don't agree with anything that he's doing in this situation, but he's talking to Simone like, look, we've been married for a while. We had a plan to keep it quiet, but I think tonight at the family dinner, we should come out and let them know that we're married. And Simone is like, nah, forget that. We in a good space right now. And plus, your parents might kill us, and you ain't even met my mom. My mom is crazy. But Jordan is like, look, if we gonna be married, if we in a good space, then let's let people know. Let's have our family know that we're married. And Simone, she ain't with it. She ain't with it. Asher pops up. Hey, Jordan, what are you doing this evening? You want to go run some drills, me and JJ? And Jordan's like, nah, I got to do some studying. We got a new game plan coming down. Coach Montez, she sent it to us. And Asher's like, a new game plan? She must have skipped over you, brother, because Asher ain't got the game plan. I ain't got the game plan. So what is the new game plan that Jordan has? Asher's thinking like, damn, what is Coach doing to me? Asher goes down to Coach's office. Hey, Coach. And she's like, oh, good thing you showed up, Asher. You saved me a text. He's like, what is this for? The new game plan? She said, actually, there is a new game plan. I want to put you on defense. And Asher's saying, man, you know, before Spencer got here, I got the school record for most touchdowns in the season. She's like, yeah, 20 of them. but you'd be a good safety for us. And then she starts to name Richard Sherman and some other DBs that played receiver in high school, but they switched over. Now, Asher is undersized. He really ain't that fast, but you put him at safety, little ball hawk. That's what you need right there. And this will look better on your college when you're putting together your highlights. Because now you can read the offense because you played offense, and you can pick up on defense. She was like, look, you got 24 hours. Or, hey, forget it. It's after school. We got kicker tryouts. We got this guy out here looking horrible. Form is trash. He should be on the offensive line somewhere. He's out here trying to kick the ball. He ain't doing good. And Billy's just looking at it like, man. And out of the side of his ear, he hears some girl talking about, what is wrong with you? That's how you kicking? You trash. I could do better than that. So the girl out there talking big trash. And the guy said, hey, well, won't you come out here and do it then? Billy says, tweet, tweet. Water break, because y'all boys is trash. The girl gets out there, she starts kicking that thing. I'm like, okay, 20-yarder, 30-yarder, 40-yarder. She's letting them things go, and Billy's looking at it like, okay, we might have us a kicker here. Now, Billy just said it's going to be a lot of pressure out there when you got the fans screaming. Now, what if it's a bad snap and they pick it up? She's going to have to run with that thing, and I'm pretty sure somebody's going to rock her. The young lady's name is Nani, and Billy looks at her like, oh, hey, you can help this team out. You're a hell of a kicker. She's like, all right, I got to go, though. There's my mom. Turns out Nani's mom is Denise. And if you remember Denise, she actually went to school with Billy, and she had a crush on Billy. And now she's just out here doing her thing. But she sees Billy, and she tells her, oh, my daughter playing football, I was okay with soccer. But anyway, I hear you're newly single. So if you have any free time, call me. You want to get something to eat? Call me. If you ain't got nothing to do after y'all lose y'all football game on Friday, call me. And Billy blows the whistle. Time out. He's like, hey, chill. But it looks like he's going to get her to play some football, especially because Denise is going to be trying to get close to Billy. It's family dinner night. We got a lot of things going on. We got Jordan and Simone wanting to come out about their marriage. We got Spencer over here upset because Liv, she got to tell the family by the end of the night that she been drinking. But they're all sitting there and they're just enjoying the time. And Billy's like, hey, I'm about to go ahead and get on out of here. You know, I got to get back to game planning. But Jordan's like, hold on, so soon? We got something to say. And Mama Baker's like, what's wrong? Is everything all right? Before Jordan and Simone could say anything, Liv, she says, I had a drink. I had one drink and I've been working with my sponsor, so don't think I relapsed or anything. I'm going to work through it. And Mama Baker says, okay, that's good. You're going to work through it. Is that the only thing? And she's like, yep. But then you look over at Spencer and he's sitting there like, and Miss Baker, she asks, Spencer, is something else? Spencer comes clean and says, it isn't one drink. She's been drinking ever since the summer, and she was drinking last night. So this just makes everybody start flipping. Jordan's like, you've been drinking since the summer? Billy's getting angry, hitting the table. You was drinking and driving last night? So now everybody knows. Everybody knows that Liv's back to drinking. But it had to be done, because if not, she was going to go pull up after this. She was going to go to that room, close the door, and probably get drunk. Liv gets upset. She gets up and walks off. Laura's talking about, Billy, stop yelling. He's like, I'm not yelling. I just want to talk to her. Man, your daughter's an alcoholic. You can't just, hey, at this point, they 17, 18. They need that hard love. They need to be talked to. Drinking and driving is not a game, people. Liv got them pouring out all the liquor in the house. And like I just said, at this point, you need that hard love. Laura, this is the white side coming out of her. We need to just talk to her. This is the black side coming out of Billy. Hell no, it ain't no more talking. She's been drinking. If there's an open spot at this rehab, we're taking her there. All this talking ain't doing nothing. We have to get her help because she's an addict. And they wasted all this good liquor. Damn. Simone, she's trying to get up out of there. Maybe I should go ahead and head on out because she don't want that wedding to be brought up, especially on top of the Bakers being mad about their daughter being an alcoholic. Jordan talks to Spencer, and you know, at the beginning of the season, they weren't seeing eye to eye, but they're back on brothers. And he's like, you did the right thing for telling us that Liv has been drinking, man. I definitely appreciate that from you because that's his twin, and he wants the best for his sister, regardless to what she's going through. Liv is on the phone with her sponsor. Hello, where you been? You're a horrible sponsor. I haven't heard from you in months. She's leaving her a message, but this is a sponsor. She has a life too. She's not a chaperone. She's a sponsor. When you reach out to me, I try to get back in touch with you, but she has a life too. Liv, you go to rehab. You take these steps to help you treat yourself Everyone can't do it for you. You got to do it yourself. Jordan comes in and has a heart-to-heart with his twin. He's telling her, look, we got to get help. We got to do what we can do to make this better. And she starts getting emotional about it, talking about, I don't want to go off to rehab. I want to be here with you guys. You don't understand how much work it is going out there. It is a lot of work when you're a recovering addict from anything. But this is the help you need because you're here in the house, but you're not letting us help you. So you have to get professional help. And Jordan, he knows that, but it's still his sister and he doesn't want her to go. Now they waited till the morning. They figure, sleep it off. We'll see what we're going to do. We're going to reassess in the morning time. Now they're sitting there and they're going to listen to what Liv has to say. And they're like, okay, cool. We're going to bring somebody in and see, we're going to bring a professional in and see if there is a problem or issue. And she's like, well, if you bring in a professional, they're going to tell you I have a problem so they can get paid. Because if they don't, then they won't get paid. And I'm good. I've been working on it. I have a sponsor. So they say, all right, let us speak to your sponsor then and see what she has to say about it. But we know Liv hasn't been speaking to the sponsor. She's been gone and busy. But Liv is trying to do everything she can to get out of rehab and to see any other professionals. Then they tell Liv she needs to hurry up and get ready because she's going to be late for school. No, it ain't going to be no late for school. Liv, go get dressed. We're driving you. You're not driving any car. You're not riding with Jordan. We're taking you to school and we're picking you up from school. So Laura Baker, she's putting her foot down. All right, tell your sponsor to be here at 3 o'clock tonight. We're going to have a meeting with her and see what we can do. You got to at least give her a day. Because I know if I'm the sponsor and you call me up, hey, Mo, what you doing today at 3? It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea. Give me a day. I can be over there tomorrow at 3. Asher's talking to his dad. And we all know how Asher's dad is. He's really broke. And he just, I don't know, man. He's all over the place. He really doesn't seem like he loves Asher. But Asher's telling him about football and how coach wants to move him over to defense. So his dad is like, what does she know? It's only her first year head coaching. And Spencer's gone. You're the star of that team. It's time for you to step up. But you can see that Asher, he's trying to get with the program. If this is what coach feels is right for him, he's like, all right, cool, let me try this defense because it might work and it's going to be better for the team. So he's losing all that selfish play that he used to have. But his dad, this is where it comes from. His dad is the problem. His dad is the reason he's selfish out there. Coop catches up to Grace. My bad. To me, it catches up with Grace because to me, it doesn't have the grade. She's still a junior. Everybody else is a senior. But she catches up with her and she's like, hey, could you talk to my mom and tell her that this music is what I really want to do? And Grace is saying, I'm sure your mom doesn't want you to drop out of school. You can do this music, but you still need to get an education because the education, if the rap doesn't work out, you can still fall back on that. Go get you a regular job, go do something, go pursue college. But Coop is trying to say, nah, this isn't me giving up on school or anything. This is just me following my dreams. But Coop, hey, you're going to need some school because you don't know the ropes. You don't know the business. You got to stay in school. And Grace just says, look, the best thing that you can do is get an education and have your family members. So if you leave in school, it's really going to just be you out there. And she tries to relate it to her and Spencer's relationship. And Coop says, nah, it's not that. It's just, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. And Grace tells her, I'm sorry, Coop. I can't help you in that area. Liv pulls up on Layla and Layla's looking at her like, what do you want? There's nothing you can say to me. Just save it. I don't want to hear it. And Liv is just trying to, get things off her chest and say, look, man, there's some stuff that I want to say because you never know the next time you can see somebody because, hey, when you drinking and driving, you're doing drugs, you're an alcoholic, hey, the end is closer than it is for somebody who isn't. But she ends up handing her back a Wonder Woman pen and saying, Layla, you need this. This needs to be with somebody where it actually means something. So these guys go from being adults to back to little kids, like in the stamp of a finger. But they got a lot of drama going on. I'm glad high school was not like this for me. Liv got that deadline, 3 p.m. We need your sponsor here at the house. You see in the locker, there go that bottle of liquor that she got. So she calls Leslie back like, can you do me this one favor? I know you're not answering the phone. You're not my sponsor anymore. But could you please come to my house today and tell my parents that it was a mistake and it's not a full-blown addiction? She trying to coerce this damn sponsor to go over there and lie and say, oh, yeah, she's good. It was just one mistake. Rehab, you got to go. Billy calls Spencer down to the office, and as soon as he comes in and sits down, Billy starts going off. You knew she was drinking. Why didn't you say anything? And Spencer's just sitting there like, hey, dog, I just found out when the wreck happened that she was drinking. Man, I ain't know nothing about that. Hey, if I'm Spencer, I'm like, hey, Billy, straight up. You coach? You ain't my damn daddy, bruh. Quit calling me in here whenever your family has problems, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Don't call me in here unless it has to deal with football. I didn't know your daughter was drinking. Then Billy's like, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I apologize. And Spencer says, are you going to send her off to rehab? And he's like, man, at this point, this is all we can do. Billy just be going off on Spencer. Spencer trying to win the state championship to keep Crenshaw open. You over here talking to me about your daughter being an alcoholic. You need to go talk to your wife and your son about that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I live here in Crenshaw. That's that Beverly Hills junk. Sheesh. Now it's practice time. Jordan's running through the school with cleats on. Come on, man. These are wood floors. The janitor will have a fit. Hey, man, no cleats on the hardwood floor. But Laura's like, where's your sister at? We supposed to have a meeting at 3. She's not answering the phone. And Jordan's like, man, my car is gone, Mom. She must have took my car keys during practice. Oh, man, what the hell is lived and done now? Spencer kicks in the house. He runs over to his mama's purse talking about, Mom, where's your keys? I gotta go find Liv. She done ran off. And the mom is like, yeah, you're not doing a damn thing. Now listen, y'all all crucified me because I said, Spencer, don't take that charge. You're a black man. That girl got a white mama and a football player for a daddy. Don't take that. And even Mama Grace says, you lied and said, didn't tell me she was drinking, and you lied and you didn't tell me she told you to take a charge. A black man lying to a police officer. Man, that's a recipe for disaster. Y'all crucified me, but I've been doing this for all my life. I've been doing that. I'm the black man. I'd have been pulled over by the law. I know how it work out here. I done had guns drawn on me. I know what the hell going on. And Grace put it down like a black mama should. Boy, you a black boy. Let them white folk deal with that thing. And you sit your butt here. I'ma go find Liv. Whew. Y'all don't play with me. I know this. I live this. I know exactly what Spencer's going to. Never take a charge for somebody else, especially someone that's in a better condition for you. Don't snitch. Don't say nothing. Hey, that's on Liv. The car's registered to them, sir. I don't know nothing. Don't ever put yourself in a situation that's going to be damaging to your life and your future. Never. And now you got to cut Liv off because that's an alcoholic. Anyone that's going to tell you to take a charge, nah, forget that. Don't do it, people. Asher's dad comes down there. He's talking to Montez like, what are you doing? The adults are supposed to lead the kids. You know what? I'm going to go talk to the athletic director. You got my son switching over to defense. And Montez says, go ahead. Last time I checked, I'm the head coach. My name's on the door. So pretty much, Asher, your dad ain't got no pull up in here. You about to play some defense, and I think Asher's going to do a hell of a job on defense. Liv's driving all around the city, yoga spots, the yogurt place, coffee places, looking for her sponsor, but she can't get in touch with her. So she leaves another message talking about, I need you. And then Jordan calls and it's like, Liv, where you at? We're worried about you. She said, don't worry about it. I'm going to call you guys. I'm safe. And then you hear Billy get on the phone. Hey, where you at? She ends up hanging up the phone. Spencer called, hung up on him. She got like 35 missed calls. She dumps her purse out looking for any kind of liquor she got, any kind of little bottles of a shot. She ain't getting better. It's just getting worse. And all this stress is just going to drive her to drink. She really does need help. In rehab, she may have to go again. We having a little search party at the baker's house. Laura's on the phone with Jordan. Jordan's like, we're going to call you whenever we hear anything back. Simone's there. Asher pulls up with some food. Like, hey, man, I brought this. I don't know if you guys ate or anything. But Asher starts to take Jordan's mind off of his sister being missing. They start talking about football. And Jordan says, I hear they're trying to move you to defense. And Asher's like, yeah, but my dad doesn't think I should because it's going to mess up my scouting opportunities. But Jordan is like, what makes you happy? All I hear is what coach wants and what your dad wants. So Asher sits there and he thinks about it. He's like, I just don't want to make the wrong call, Jordan. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Spencer calls Dr. Spears and he's like, man, you told me I can call you whenever. So he comes in for an emergency meeting. And Spencer starts to lay down how he knew that Liv was drinking. He didn't say anything. He's trying to save her and protect her, but she's running off and doing things. And Dr. Spears says, Spencer, just like I told y'all earlier, she has to do it for herself. You can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. When are you going to start worrying about yourself, Spencer, and worrying about your future and worrying about what you got going on? You need to take care of yourself. Self-care is good. You gotta have self-care before you can go out and help other people. Spencer got Crenshaw on his back. He trying to help Coop. He trying to help Liv. You're doing too much. Help Spencer. And Dr. Spears gives him an analogy. When you're on the plane, it tells you to put your oxygen mask on first and then help the baby. You gotta help yourself before you can help somebody else. The more you know, y'all. After Liv was talking to Layla, remember in the locker she still had that bottle of liquor, she threw it away? Well, this is full addiction mode here. She drove to school, back to school after hours. That means she had to break in. Now she's digging in the trash can to find a bottle of liquor with probably this much liquor in it. This is full addiction, people. Full addiction. You cannot convince me any other thing. She needs to go to rehab. This is just low. I was wrong. This is like 3/4 of a bottle and she taking it straight to the head. I'm talking pure liquor. That's got to be like some Russian vodka or something that you get for like $9.99. The way she throwing that thing back. But geez Louise, full alcoholic. Liv gets on the phone and she thinks it's going to be Leslie, but it's Leslie's roommate. And she's like, what are you doing with her phone? So something must have happened with Leslie. Now the show is just getting far-fetched, but this is scared straight for all you youngsters. Do not drink. Liv goes from the school that she's been drinking, drives all the way downtown to the county jail. She's not on any guest list, and it's probably about 7 or 8, and she's in here talking to Leslie. Well, Leslie relapsed and got back on drugs, and now she's trying to tell Liv, you got to get straight. You got to control those demons because you're going to always go back to drinking. You can't do that. If you don't get a control of yourself now, you're not going to have anywhere to go back home to. You're going to be like me, stuck in here. Look at Leslie. Went from sponsored to locked up. Guys, put the bottles down. Put the weed, put the liquor down. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Billy's trying to let everybody know, hey, my daughter's missing. If you see her, could you give me a call? Then Denise pops up and Denise starts tripping out. What is your plan for my daughter? You want her on that football field? Can you guarantee her protection? Ma'am, it's football. I can't guarantee anything. I can't even guarantee us a win on Fridays. We won 2 games this season. But Denise, she's flipping out. And Billy's like, look, my daughter is missing, so I need to find her. So Denise, she takes a step back and she goes into mother mode. Have you checked the school? Have you checked her friends? Have you called her? And Billy's like, yeah, I done all that. She's like, no, call her and let her know that she's welcome back at the house. She tells Billy take a deep breath, and Billy's like, you know what? Thank you, Denise. And as he walks off, Denise, she gives us a little grin. She gives us a little grin because she just took advantage of Billy while he was vulnerable. She's moving herself in, and before he leaves, oh, my daughter, she's a size 6. Yeah, for when you wear that jersey size. Yeah, she done worked her way in there now. Billy don't even know it. Layla and Coop, they meet up, and Coop's like, all right, yeah, we're going over these tracks. And Layla, she's like, nah, not right now. Liv is missing. I knew something was wrong with the last time I seen her. So this is, if you see something wrong with one of your friends, listen to them, because you never know what they're going through. But hear them out, because you can prevent a suicide. You can prevent them running off and hurting themselves or someone else. But Layla, she's looking at it like, damn, I should have heard her out at least, because she was acting funny. Coop says, I let my mom hear the song. It sounds good, but you know, I'm really thinking about leaving school and getting my GED. Layla's like, you mean not finishing your classes and getting the GED? Because we all know Tamia, she is not going to be able to finish these classes. There's no way she's going to get a GED. And Layla's just like, I don't know. Coop, stay your butt in school. At least just finish this last year out. Billy leaves a message to Liv and, hey, it's your dad, Billy Baker, coach from Crenshaw. I'm just letting you know that we love you. We don't mean anything bad. We just want to let you know that you can come back home at any time with open arms. We're not mad at you. We don't blame you for anything. We just want you to come home. And Liv starts breaking down because Leslie told her, you got to shake this habit because you won't have a home to come back to. You keep going down the route you're going down. Now, let me get this straight. Liv, she riding all around the city. She was up in Beverly Hills, drove back to the school, drove downtown to go to the county jail. Now she done drove to Crenshaw. All of this after guzzling a half a bottle of liquor. She pulls up on Spencer. She's like, Spencer, you got to help me. I can't do all this all on my own. Can you come with me? And Spencer's like, nah, I can't rock with you on this one. Not at all. You got to take this next step on your own. And Spencer tells her, You talking about me loving you? Where's your love for me? You drove me drunk. You drove me and you told me to take the rap. You told me to lie to the cops and put my life and future in jeopardy. Where's the love for me at? I love you and you love me, but I believe that you're strong enough to go home and face your family and take the next step, whatever it is, whether it's rehab or professional help. But I can't do it with you. She tells Spencer, I have people waiting on me to come back home, talking about her family. And what does she do? Drive drunk from Crenshaw all the way back to Beverly Hills, and they just embrace her with open arms. This girl been driving around all damn day, lit. The Baker family, they sit down and they say, Liv, we're going to work it with you. We have an intensive outpatient program, and we're also going to go to the AA meetings with you just so we can have an understanding of what you're going through. Now, that is family love right there. So Liv is like, thank you. Thank you guys for working with me. And there you have it, episode 9, All American is back on. Let me know what you guys think about Liv and her drinking problem. Do y'all think that Spencer he made the right decision with telling her, hey, you got to take this next step on your own? Y'all know how I feel. But hey, thanks for watching. I'm MoedotJ. If you like the content on the channel, hit the subscribe button. Definitely hit a like. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.